Yo, what's up, 8? Don! What's up, homie? Yo, I just posted our show on X. Make sure you guys follow us on X right here. It's on the screen. Give us a retweet. Also, if you use Reddit, we just posted in the DFS Sports subreddit. If you could go give that an upvote, it is much appreciated. Much appreciated. Hope you guys are doing well today. Let us give us a couple minutes to, let some people get in here, but we got a ton of stuff to go over today, guys. Very complex NBA slate, a lot of late injury news. I highly recommend being flexible today. Be able to swap your lines on the fly. That would be very important to play in today. Let's give everybody a couple minutes to get in. When you guys get in here, say hello, say hello. That way I know you're in and we're good to go. So, for instance, guys, here's one I want to talk about. Kyrie Irving, as it sits right now, is a lock for me, but he's questionable, right? We don't know for sure if he's going to be playing or not. Well, if he's rolled out before the Houston game and Sengun is rolled out as well, I want to pivot off Irving to Van Fleet. But let's say Sengun's in and Kyrie's rolled out. Then I'm probably going to pivot to Jamal Murray because that's really my only viable option that late tonight. But a lot of things to go over tonight. Give everybody about 2 more minutes to get in here. Hola, señor. Hola. So, I got something interesting for you, Jose. My daughter, I've had a beef with her school. Let's give you this little story before we start. Give everybody time to get in here. Had a beef with my daughter's school because they're not teaching them geography or history. Because they said, well, I confronted them about it. They said, well, the state doesn't, they grant our funding based on our test scores. And the tests are only for English and math. So that's what we focus on. And I'm like, yeah, right. That's important. But I also believe history and geography is important. So I asked my daughter, can you find the state of Alabama on a map? The state we live in. She says no. I said, what's the capital? She doesn't know. Showed her the state flag. I said, what flag is that? She didn't know. So I'm like, okay, we're going to start learning this stuff at home. Yesterday, she comes home speaking Spanish. She's in 4th grade, right? Speaking Spanish. I'm like, where'd you learn that? She says, school. I said, well, what all do you know? Hello, goodbye, how are you? Sir, ma'am, boy, girl, count to 10. I'm like, you learned all this in a day at school, but they can't teach you guys geography or history? Come on now. I think it's important to be fluent in multiple languages, but I also think it's important to learn your history. Anyway, that's my rant. It's over. It's 5 o'clock. Let's get into it, gentlemen. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to start off on FanDuel. Then we're going to rotate over to DK. We're going to go position by position. And boy, is it a big one tonight. Let's start at point guard. He's going to be a core play for me. The matchup's just too good for old Cade Cunningham tonight. Utah ranks 30th in defensive efficiency. That's 3-0. They're terrible at defense. They play fast, and they're just horrible. No Jaden Ivey on the floor either. He's going to have his way today. I'm not even worried about Harris taking some usage. I'm really not, because Harris has really taken a step back this year. We got some news. Brandon Miller was ruled out. That is interesting. get done talking about point guard, and we're going to go over that because that could really, really help LaMelo. But Cade is a core piece for me today. I love Cade. Gonna have a ton of him, and I'm happy about it. Happy about it. No Ivy on the court. Easy peasy. Yeah, Potent, we're gonna get to that, but he 100% is a free square today. Kyrie Irving. We just keep getting news, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta check it. Porzingis in, Hauser out. Okay. Kyrie Irving, he's gonna be a core piece for me if he plays today. If you were one of the first in the stream, I was talking about that. If he does not play, we're going to pivot to Fred VanVleet if we get the news before VanVleet's game starts and Sengun's out. But if Sengun's in, we're going to pivot over to Jamal Murray. But I love Kyrie today. 99% chance he's a core play. Fred VanVleet looks spectacular if Sengun sits. If Sengun's playing, I don't have as much interest in him. John Morant looks great. I don't mind if I fall on him. But he is also questionable. Dinwiddie looks fantastic today. Even if Kyrie's in, still love him. But if Kyrie's out, he becomes an absolute lock. Let me check my phone because we're just getting so much news. Okay, it's the same one coming across my phone. Ben Simmons looks fine here, but last game, they had so many guys in foul trouble. He did play 31 minutes, but I really think it was because of the foul issues the team had going on. I mean, it was a blowout, but you never want your guys to foul out. If he lands in my lineups in MME, I'm okay with it. Facing a decimated Toronto team, but not someone I'm pushing to get. Giddey is out. Dalen Terry is out. McConnell's fine. Nimhard's fine. Rest of these guys are really MME plays. I know there's so many here. That could be working on trade value, but I think every team in the league knows what they're getting if they get Ben. He's been in the league so long, they know what they're getting. Another guy I think there's another guy on the Nets that's a core piece for me tonight. I think they're trying to trade, and I think he's going to use this game to try to show off. If any of you guys want me to talk about anybody else at point guard, I will, let me know. But we got so much to go over today. I'm not going to spend any extra time on these guys. Give my projections a little bit to update. LaMelo may look a little better. But still, at his price, I don't think I'm going to get to that much LaMelo tonight. Even with Miller out. Just his price. The matchup is good, but I don't think I'd do it tonight. 2 guard, I think he starts, even if Kyrie plays. Quentin Grimes, he's almost as easy as Scotty Barnes for me tonight. I'm going to have loads of Quentin Grimes. Love him tonight in this matchup. Going to have a ton. Jacoby Walter, I haven't even updated his projection since Davion Mitchell has been out, so he's probably going to look even better. I would like to get that starting lineup before lock, but I highly doubt we do. But if we do, we will adjust accordingly. But love Walter tonight. I expect I will have plenty of him. Norm Powell grading out really well. I thought it would be Harden that graded out well, but it's Norm Powell that is looking like the better play for me. I'm always happy to land on Norm. Jordan Powell's just okay. I think Clay might go over on tonight, especially if Kyrie is ruled out. The guy I really want if Kyrie's ruled out is PJ Washington, and I haven't seen anyone on PJ at all. But when Kyrie and Luka were out earlier this year, we cored him almost every night, and the dude went crazy. It was amazing. Grady Dick, I haven't adjusted his projection since the Davion Mitchell news, but I think he looks great as well. Just hate his price over on FanDuel. I think you're right, Elite. That's why I think he's going to be a core piece for me. I'm just very worried about that Q tag. I'm going to skim over some guys here, but feel free if you got a question about any of them to ask away in the chat and I'll go back to them. Most of these guys, just MMA plays. Malik Beasley is intriguing for me, though. He shoots more three-pointers than anyone else by percentage in the minutes he's played than anyone. Should get plenty of deep shots today. The Jazz are terrible defensively. I want to be over the field on Malik Beasley today. I'm going to manually increase his projection some. I really like him today. Have to keep an eye on the Tari Eason and Sengun news, but Amon Thompson could look fantastic later in the night when we get that news. I like Jamal Murray tonight. Yeah, I seen that Miller news. But that's really it at 2 guard. If you guys have any questions, hit me with them. Let's move to the no-brain play of the day. I cannot stress this enough. I don't care how different you try to play. Lock in Scotty Barnes tonight. 100% of lineups. Look, I'll show you live on the show. He is locked in for me. Locked in. 100% of lineups. Do not try to get different here. This is not the spot. I guarantee you he will be 98% owned in every lineup or every contest you play tonight. Play Scotty Barnes, set it and forget it, move on. Do not fade Scotty Barnes tonight. Do not do it. Next up, Cam Johnson is the guy I like. Poten was talking about Ben trade value, and I do think they're going to try to move Ben, but I think they're going to try to move Cameron Johnson as well because I think he might have the most value on their team. He's simply too cheap in my opinion. Amazing matchup. No Cam, my brain's not working. Cam Thomas. I think it's going to be the Cam Johnson show today. And I'm here for it. He's going to be a core piece for me along with Scotty B. Moving down the line, nothing too intriguing here. I'm going to have the Beasley. I'm going to have the Powell. I'm going to have sprinkles of Clay, but I want to be underweight compared to the field. I'm going to have Grady. You thought I was going to say I'm going to have Dick, but but Kuminga's fine. He's grading out well by the projections. Herb Jones, kind of the same, grading out well by projections, but nobody I'm really forcing in my lineups tonight. I really don't think you got to get to these guys like LeBron and Tatum tonight. I don't think you have to. Najee Marshall, if he starts, will be intriguing, but I do not think he starts at all. Elite. Let's move it over to power forward. I like Mo Wagner. His price is just cheap for what he does. Last game out against New York, 44 fantasy points. If this guy could ever get 30 minutes, he would break a slate. He's a 1.46 fantasy point per minute player. Just an excellent basketball player. I wish he had more minutes. It's really just a congested bigs room in Orlando, though, with Goga and Wendell. You can play Ben Simmons at the power forward slot today. I'm happy to do that. Here's my guy, though. I am taking a stand today on being over the field on PJ Washington. LineStar has him projected for 5% ownership today. I want to be way above that. You look at his chart here. 52, 44, 42, 40, 47. Those were all games where Luka was out and Kyrie was out. If Kyrie misses, Washington's going to have a big game, but I think the opportunity is still there if Kyrie's in. I really like Washington a lot today. If you look at the numbers, statistically speaking, Kyrie does not get the biggest usage bump with Luka off the court. PJ Washington gets the biggest usage bump. I love some PJ Washington today, and I want to be very well over the field on him. I think Jabari Smith is fine how it sets, but if Sengun is ruled out, he looks even more intriguing. Really like him if he's ruled out. Alex Sarr, 5,700, he's fine. I'll have him in MMEs, but not a guy I'm just jamming in my single entries. Really like Wimbenyama tonight, but I'm just not going to be able to get to him the way I'm building. He's not going to fit. Not going to fit. Jalen Wilson's just okay. Like, he's all right. John Collins, okay. I think Aaron Gordon's very intriguing. The reason I was hesitant on Aaron Gordon pretty much this past week and a half is his minutes limit, 23 minutes. But last game against Sacramento, he played 31 minutes. If I can get 31 minutes out of Aaron Gordon, I'm happy. So I like Aaron Gordon today. Yeah, Singeti ruled out. Still not going to do a lot for me. I don't like that game at all for DFS purposes. Jaren Jackson's kind of intriguing, but not going to push it. Just have him in MME. Now, let's move it to the most confusing position of the slate for me today. Center. Statistically speaking, Clint Capella looks the best. Our projection speaking. And I really like Clint today, if he gets the minutes. Let me go back to power forward real fast. Speaking of his minutes, where's he at? Or is he only center? Derek White. I wouldn't really want too much White today. Larry Nance. Where are you at? Okay. Let me say this. Larry Nance, in my opinion, can be a monster play tonight, but he is risky. He's played 2 games this year with no Okongwu on the floor. Scored 30, Okongwu was ruled out due to injury. Played 27 minutes against Boston, put up 30 fantasy points. Played 24 minutes against Denver, put up 31 fantasy points. Both games, Okongwu was injured. I think Larry Nance could be in for a big, big night, but he is risky. So, if you're feeling wild, play some Larry Nance. I'm going to have some. But disclosure, he is risky. All right, back to center. Counterpart Capella. Capella is a 1.11 fantasy point per minute. He's only priced at 5,500. I think it's just a misprice, honestly. Should absolutely have to be on the court against San Antonio. San Antonio's big. That's why I think Larry Nance is going to get some run today. They need big bodies against San Antonio. They could throw DeAndre Hunter out there, but I just don't think he has the length to defend. Missy's grading out pretty well. Don't mind him. I would really only want him if Sengun is in, though. Jock Londale plays better defense than Sengun, which isn't saying much because Sengun's defense is rough. Jalen Duren absolutely has the opportunity to have a huge game against the pitiful Jazz if he can stay out of foul trouble. But I am very scared about Walker Kessler getting him into foul trouble. I think Nick Claxton's grading out fine. I'll have him in MMEs. I'm okay with it. Probably my favorite pay up if you want to rock the revenge narrative is Karl Anthony Towns going back to Minnesota. Could absolutely have a monster game. Excuse me. Sorry. He could absolutely have a monster game. Derek Lively looks absolutely fine. There's plenty of usage to go around with no Luka on the court. Sengun's fine. I don't mind him, but I am nervous that he's going to miss this game. Joker's a monster. I'm never going to tell you not to play Joker. He looks absolutely fine. I just can't get to him the way I'm building today. I will probably have none. Wendell Carter's fine, but I would rather try to find the salary to get up to Mo Wagner. I think he just has a higher upside. And everybody else really just MME, GPP plays. But you guys want the core? Here we go. It's Scotty Barnes. That one's a no-brainer. Like, I don't even know if I want to include him in the core just because of how, like, he should be 100% owned today. He truly should be. But first core piece is going to be Cade Cunningham. Second core piece is going to be Kyrie Irving. Third core piece, Quentin Grimes. Fourth core piece, Cam Johnson. And the last core piece, I'm going to leave it at Scotty Barnes, but the unofficial watching YouTube favorite piece for me, it's gonna be PJ Washington. Really, really like some PJ today. And I think he's flying under the radar. I really do. I think he's gonna be way too low owned. I still got Brandon Miller in here. I need to check those projections. But let's run it again, see what we get. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. And then we'll move over to DK. You guys got any questions for FanDuel? Let me know. Thoughts on Miles Bridges with Miller out on DK? I'll have to check that. Give me just a second. What is his price? That's my main thing. Because I got my I was working on my DK projections earlier, and I feel like I had to manually reduce Bridges. All right. Core is posted. Yeah, 6.2. Even with Miller out, it's a little high for me. I will say, if I'm playing 150 lineups, I'll have him in MME, but I would not be playing him in probably even a 20 max. LaMelo, on the other hand, we'll see. Let's go over these lineups we got. This second lineup I like much more than this first one. And I told you guys, I really like Wemby today, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to him. But he's popping up a lot. How much did I get? 29% of him in 150 lines? I'll take that. No, I don't think so, 8. I think he's a very good play, but I don't think he is a lock. Excuse me. Let's move over to DK. Let me look at Bridges. I mean, he's okay. Like, I see I've manually reduced him. Line-Star's got him for 35 fantasy points, which is, I mean, amazing. So, I just don't think I got to get there. I don't. We'll go over position by position on DK because I breezed through FanDuel really quickly. But at the top for me, it's a lock, is Spencer Dinwiddie. I can't get away from him over on DK today. I can't. Absolutely love him. What is going on here? And Cade Cunningham is also a lock for me, even over on DK. Absolutely love him. Gonna have a ton of him. So we got two core pieces already at the guard position. So I'm not gonna make Kyrie Irving core, but I love Irving today too. And 8, Lonzo Ball is grading out pretty well. I'm never gonna play Lonzo Ball though. Not gonna do it. But he is grading out terrific. I think Peyton Pritchard's perfectly viable over on DK. I will have plenty of them in a 20 max, I'm sure. Not a big fan of Chris Paul. Drew Holiday's fine at that price. Trey's okay. Moving down the line here, just not a lot more I really am in love with. Jamal Sheed, if he starts, could become intriguing. But I think it's probably Walter. Let's see what Line-Star thinks. They got Barnes, Dick, Walter, Agbaji, Fernando. Yeah. I figured he would be 8. I figured he would be. So, borderline core piece for me here on DK. I might put him in the core. Malik Beasley looks amazing. Love him. And Quentin Grimes looks just as good as Dinwiddie. Probably going to have a ton of him. Grimes, Dinwiddie, Irving is going to be scattered through every one of my DK lines today. Klay Thompson's okay. Amon Thompson, he looks great at that price, but if we get Sengun ruled out, he's an auto lock for me. Speaking of which, we just got news. My phone just went off. What did we get? Alperen Sengun, a true game time decision. So there you go. Vassell's okay. Grady Dick looks good. Norm Powell looks good. Derek White's just okay. Like, I'm not going to have him in my single entries, but he'll be in my MMEs. Moving over to small forward. I think Bilal Calabi is underpriced over on DK for how he's producing and a great matchup. Really like a lot of Bilal Calabi today. Dylan Brooks is a fine value piece. Don't mind him. DeAndre Hunter's okay. Tari Eason, if he plays. I think Cam Johnson's just a little too pricey. I do like him, but not really just hammering him in my lineups. 15 viewers, I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you guys. I appreciate you. Hit that like button, hit the sub button, and join our Discord. It's completely free, and it is in the chat and down below in the description. PJ Washington, love him today. Might be a core piece for me. But we're going with Larry Nance. Larry Nance is 3,200 is just too cheap. I'm 99% certain he's going to get meaningful minutes today and should easily pay off a $3,200 price tag. He's going to have to be on the court. I love Larry Nance today. Also love PJ Washington. I'm not going to make PJ a core piece, but he's kind of that bonus if you're watching the YouTube video core piece that I'm going to have in almost every lineup on DK. Patrick Williams, he's grading out fine. Not a guy that I really love, but he's grading out fine. Kind of the same with Miles Bridges, like Elite asked. Line Star loves him. I'm just kind of on him. Like, he's okay. Jaren Jackson at 7,200 is really cheap. Don't mind him. We're getting even more news. What do we got? Keldon Johnson is a game time decision. Sohan looks fantastic today. That is where I would go if you could get the extra $500 off Miles Bridges, is to Jeremy Sohan. Really like him. Really like him. DeAndre Hunter's fine. Everybody else just kind of fine down through here. I think Obi Toppin's an interesting value piece. He has been playing out of his mind. Moving over to center, where yet again it's Clint Capella. He's looking fantastic. Don't mind him. I'll have. He will probably be my most owned center over on DK. And then Mo Wagner looks great. Day'Ron Sharp, he's cheap. He should get meaningful minutes today, 17-ish plus, I think. Missy's perfectly viable. Duran's fine. I think Zach Edey is fine, but I think he is very risky, and I think he's going over-owned. And of course, Wemby always looks good. Clax is fine. Lively's fine. Everybody else, just kind of MME for me. My last core piece is going to be Malik Beasley. I told you guys I love him today. That's going to be your DK core. Dinwiddie, Beasley, Nance, and Cunningham. Let's run it while I post it in the Discord. I started adding the date to my cores in the Discord. That way you guys don't get confused. Alright, let's see what we're getting here. Oh, this first lineup is literally perfect for me, guys. I'm going to run this in the main contest. Getting my phone to do it right now. Jaw's going to play. Jaw's going to play. Right now, I'm putting it in the $15 fadeaway. This first line is perfect. I could not ask for a better line, in my opinion, envisioning this slate. Get everybody that I want. Literally the only player on here that's not on here that I want is Kyrie, but I will make that sacrifice in order to get Wemby. And I mean, Kyrie's still questionable. If he sets, then this is golden. That is the slate breaking news we are waiting on too, by the way, guys. Is if he's going to play or not. I think he does. I think he plays, but I've been wrong plenty before. plenty before. But now is the part of the show where you guys build your lineups and I sit here and just talk my head away and let you guys know that I'm a free resource here for you. Leave me up in the background, build your lineups, and if you run into a roadblock and say, hey, I wonder what I should do here, come back and ask me. We'll talk about it, we'll look at it, we'll figure it out. I'm a free tool for you to help build. Caden, Malik, Tari, Cam, Johnson, Nance, Scotty, PJ, Edie. I think that looks fantastic, especially if Sengun sets. If Sengun sets, that is money. Let's see, I'm back on FanDuel. I'm going to look at Toronto. I'm actually playing quite a bit of DK today. Quite a bit of DK. And I was going to look at Charlotte and the Bulls. Chubbs is that for, yeah, that's for FanDuel. Let's see, Cade, Irvin, Grimes, Grady, Bilal, Cam Johnson. Yeah, I think that could absolutely rock, brother. Literally the only question mark is in that line, in my opinion, is Tatum and if the game starts blowing out. But you can never predict a blowout. You cannot build with a blowout in mind. It will bite you so many times. Who's I gonna look at? Oh yeah, Chicago. Who? Why? What do you mean, Chubbs? See, I think that looks great, Don. I don't mind that at all. You get Irvin in there too. I like that. Power forward 10K and under? I mean, you can have anybody for that price, pretty much. Only exception to that is AD and Wemby. But the highest projected for me is Tatum. And Sabonis is close behind him. But I would rather go Sabonis due to ownership. Tatum's 11%. Sabonis will be virtually unowned tonight, 3%. And is Scotty 100%? You better have Scotty tonight, Ape. I guarantee he's going to be 98% plus owned in every contest across the board tonight. Stud ownership look like 7 to 10K range. I mean, that's a huge range, brother, but I'll give you the ones in single digits. AD at 5%, SGA at 6, Cat at 6. That's the one that's intriguing to me. Cat 6%. Sabonis at 3%. LaMelo showing 5%. I'm sure that's going to come up a little bit. LeBron 9%. Harden 6%. Trey 3%. Sengun 2%. I expect a lot of people think he's going to sit. Ja 7%. Jalen Johnson 6%. Fox 6%. KD 6%, Curry 6%, Halliburton 5%, Jaylen Brown 2%, Ant 5%, Jalen Williams 4%. I mean, you got a ton of them there. You got a ton of them there. Like, I'm gonna do it right now. Let's see here. I'm gonna manually set my ownership or max exposure to 100% right there on screen for Scotty B. That way you guys know. I'm gonna have all of them. What's Joker? He's chalky. 22%. Joker is chalky. Let's see here. Jalen Williams is 2.8%. Jamal Murray is 3.2%. And Randall is 3.4%. I will say about Murray, if for some reason we get news that Kyrie is ruled out after lock, and say it's close to 7 o'clock Central Time, that Murray ownership is going to skyrocket because everybody that is playing Kyrie is going to pivot to Murray. For sure. Trae Young's going to play. Hornets going to start LaMelo, Seth Curry, Josh Green, Mikal Bridges, and Mark Williams. Why are they starting Curry, bro? I didn't even have Curry in my player pool. I probably will still get like 0% of him, but it's just annoying. We don't know. Jose's questionable. Dinwiddie, Cade, Irving, Beasley, Zachary Risher, Wimby, Nance, Capella. So I like the first one better, Don, but I think that second one has better upside. I just don't like playing 3 Hawks tonight, especially Risher. He's just not that good. Got more news. Dennis Schroeder is gonna start. And 8 just said it in the chat. Don't do much for me. I was kind of projecting him to start. Cade, Grimes, Cam Johnson, PJ, Duran, Scotty, Nance, Edie. I think it looks great, Elite. I mean, you're building kind of the same way I am. Really like that. I just think Edie will be a little chalky over on DK. But I understand why, right? I understand why. Sohan and PJ. PJ is 4.6%, which I think is criminal. And Sochan is 3.6%, which I also think is entirely too low. For Edie, 2%. I just don't know if I'm play a guy off the bench over on FanDuel at center when you only get one. Personally. Need to download my CSV. That would be smart, eh? Oh, for DK, I got you. It's showing 10.4% for DK, and I think that's a little low. I think he comes in higher, around 15 to 18% personally. Elite. I'm sorry, I misread. I thought 8 had asked that question. Thunder's going to start SGA, Wallace, Dort, J. Will, and Hartenstein. Yeah, if he gets 23, he will blow his projection away. But I wouldn't hold your breath about him getting 23. I got him projected for 8.39, and I think that's above the public, and that's still not the value. He's going to need you 20 to 22 to get you value, and he hasn't done that since November 30th. But he should get more minutes today, but the big issue with him is Bogdanovich and Hunter back in the lineup, and they're eating up most of his minutes. Dre and Wiggins will start. So, Schroeder, Curry, Dre, Wiggins. Is Draymond going to play the center? Or is Kuminga going to the bench? Huh. That's interesting. That is very interesting there, gentlemen. I want to lower my Kuminga exposure now. Wiggins is 1.3% owned. 1.3% owned. Yeah, I'm at 13% Kuminga. I'm going to limit him to 10% because that scares me. That scares me. Jeremy Grant. No way you're getting a Grant today. Oh, I'm sorry. That was for DK8. Let me recheck. 3.2% on FanDuel as well, so. Jeremy Grant is less than 1% owned. 0.9%. Don't play Jeremy Grant today. Jazz starting George, Sexton, Markkanen, Collins, Kessler. Pistons start Cunningham, Hardaway, Thompson, Harris, Duren. Thompson starting again. Beasley not starting. So we are updating the DK core, guys. We are updating the DK core. I am off Beasley. I still don't think he's bad, but Asar Thompson is replacing Beasley in the core. Let me just send that out in the Discord. All right. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I gotta check FanDuel now too. And I gotta get off so much Malik Beasley. Oh boy. Asar Thompson pretty much becomes a core piece on FanDuel now too, guys. You're gonna want to play a lot of Asar Thompson today. What's the best value at small forward at 6,800 and below? If you're looking for straight value, it's Scotty Barnes and Asar Thompson now. But if you want the highest projected at that price, I can check. But I can promise you, Asar Thompson and Scotty Barnes will make up 99% of my small forward exposure today. Let's just take a look. 6,800. Go by projected. Cam Johnson, which is a core piece. Yeah, Cam Johnson for me all day, every day. Give me Cam Johnson. If you don't want to play Cam, it's Norm Powell. $15 viewers, make sure you guys hit the like button. Join our Discord. It is in the chat and in the description below the video. You can reach me at any time in there. Just at me with any kind of questions you have. And we're going to have a ton of late swap news today. So I highly suggest hopping in. And you guys have questions, that's why I'm here. I want to help you guys be successful. I want to see you guys take down. Let's see here. Cade, Irving, Grimes, Thompson, Collaby, Cam, Barnes, Wemby, and Capella. I mean, I think it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic in my opinion. I would rock that all day, every day. I got to start getting my lineups in here, fellas. I got to. Wizards starting Poole, Carrington, Collaby, Champagne, and Sarr. Which that's kind of who we thought they were going to rock, right? Still getting more Kuminga than I want to. Of course, brother. That's why I'm here. I want to see you guys be successful. I want to see you guys take down. Looks like I'm getting to quite a bit of Wemby. I'm okay with it. We got 15 minutes to lock. 15 minutes to lock. Guys got questions, hit me with them. That is why I'm here. Well, I still got some DK lines I gotta get in too. Forgot about that. We got news? Nope. How's the building going, guys? You know what's going to be crazy? Whoa! I'll tell you what's going to be crazy. Kyrie Irving getting rolled out right now. That's what's going to be crazy, guys. Kyrie Irving is rolled out. Holy guacamole. PJ Washington auto lock. It is posted in the Discord. Holy guacamole, guys. I'm never going to get my lineups in time. PJ Washington, amazing. Spencer Dinwiddie, amazing. Quentin Grimes, amazing. Get those three guys in your lineup. Yeah, Jose, I'm going to have all the PJ Washington on both sides. Jamal Murray's fine, but I would try to rebuild your lineup if you can, Chubbs, because you're going to want Dinwiddie now for sure, and you're going to want PJ Washington for sure, and I think Quentin Grimes still looks great. Barnes and Washington together like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, it's too easy for me today. Too easy for me today. But I only got 10 minutes to fix all these lineups, and I gotta fix DK too. Woo, this is getting intense, boys. Oh, man. Just completely disregard that CSV I was just about to upload with all the Kyrie on it. Come on, Opto, hurry it up. I got 377 lineups to input on FanDuel and a handful over on DK. Curry or Brunson? That one's tough. Probably be Curry for me straight up though. I'll double check the projections, but I'm pretty confident it's Curry. Yeah, Curry's almost at 41, and I got Brunson at 37, so be Curry for me. You can pretty much with the value now play Joker and Wemby if you want to. I'm gonna have a metric shit ton of Wemby now. I'm gonna have all the Wemby now. This slate just got flipped on its head. Also, I don't know if you've seen it. I just took a stand. I took Sengun out of my lineups because I know I'm going to get a ton of him because I can afford him now. And if he's rolled out, I'm just screwed. I'd rather just get to Capella today. Seven minutes, guys. 7 minutes. You got questions? Hit me with them. I'm getting so much Jordan Poole now. Don't like that. Got your lineup in? That's what's up. No, I don't think so at all. Most of my lines are gonna have all three of those guys in them. There's just so much usage to go around now. It's insane. To go along with the core, by the way, I got 100% Wimby on DK. Which every time I've been on DK and played him, he's shit the bed. Favorite plays on DK, that would be Spencer Dinwiddie, Quentin Grimes, PJ Washington, Larry Nance Jr., Cade Cunningham, and Asar Thompson, and Wimby. Interesting lineup, Don. I don't mind it at all, buddy. Man, I'm getting so much Pool now. I don't like it. Cade Grimes, Johnson, PJ, Duran. Which Johnson? Cam? Okay, yeah. Love that. Love that. I'm getting, I mean, he's core, but I'm getting all the PJ Johnson too. Guys got any questions, hit me with them. 3 minutes to lock. 3 minutes to lock. I swear if FanDuel doesn't want to upload my lineups, we're gonna throw hands. Come on, Line Star. Dotson Daniels and Jokic or Jamal Murray and Wemby? Jamal Wemby, in my opinion. Would I play Pritchard over Hunter? Absolutely on DK. On DK, without a doubt. Come on, lineups, upload. There we go, got him in. Good looks, good looks. All right, any last second questions, guys? Got my lineups in, I think I'm good here. Sounds good, Don. Hey, good luck, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much. If you guys are new here, make sure to join the Discord. Join the Discord. It is linked in the chat. It is linked below the video. You can ask me questions anytime in there, guys. Anytime in there, and I am happy to help you guys out. Good luck, everybody. I wish you all nothing but the best. I'll see you tomorrow. We do these streams every day. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you then. Later.